You're not familiar, you get familiar. If you're unaware, get aware.
Yeah. Say, check it, bro. Even though the cops, I paid them 20 G's for life, do not show this video to anybody.
Hey Gary, I don't know if you heard. We need them to like, share, and subscribe.
I ain't. Don't get me started. Okay.
So like, share, and subscribe.
Welcome to the Best to Watch YouTube channel. Today we're gonna review top 12 movies on YouTube. The video is gonna be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. The greatest movies of all time endure for all kinds of reasons. They offer plots that twist and turn, give us characters that we fall in love with, depict experiences that change us, and thrill us with incredible filmmaking craft. Before starting the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Idiocracy. Idiocracy is the best movie in America that no one's ever heard of. That doesn't mean Idiocracy is great, but it certainly deserves better than the shabby treatment it's received from 20th Century Fox, which seems to have unceremoniously dumped the movie into unsuspecting theaters with a promotional budget approximating that of a typical Saturday night beer run. The humor is delicious from the get-go as an off-screen narrator, Earl Mann, relates the tale of how humanity bred itself into stupidity and how an army hibernation experiment is forgotten when the base is decommissioned, leaving Joe, Wilson, and Rita, Rudolph, to wake up 500 years in the future to discover they are now the smartest people on Earth. Hoosiers. Hoosiers is based on the true story of the small-town Milan Indian state title run in 1954. Hoosier is the nickname for someone who's born in Indiana or a resident of this particular U.S. state. David Anspaugh's beloved basketball drama, actually the film starts promisingly with his entry into the tight-knit rural community complicated by suspicion and by his prickly relationship with fellow teacher Hershey. There's also a brilliant cameo by Hopper as the sometimes player turned town drunk whom Hackman redeems by taking him on as his assistant. The biggest triumph of Hoosiers is the way it transports the viewers to a time and place. It's a David versus Goliath story, but it wasn't just about basketball. It focuses on a small community, capturing its passion, pettiness, and pride pertaining to the high school basketball sport. Pootie Tang. Pootie Tang, the musician, actor, folk hero of the ghetto, is chronicled from his early childhood to his battles against evil corporate America, who try to steal his magic belt and make him sell out by endorsing addictive products to his people. Literally, Pootie speaks in an impenetrable jive dialect that even his best friends can't always translate, though they generally know what he means. Both Rock and CK are phenomenally talented comics when they want to be. Why on earth Paramount Pictures let everyone settle for this dull and unfunny claptrap is one of the great mysteries of the universe, along with what exactly our hero is saying. Sippy Thai indeed. Naked Guns. The Naked Gun is based on a short-lived television series called Police Squad. Apparently, it lasted all of 6 episodes. The simple premise is a squad of bumbling detectives attempts to solve crimes. That carries through to the movie, which sees Lieutenant Frank Drebin trying to solve the case of who attempted to murder fellow cop Norberg, only to get entangled in an assassination plan against Queen Elizabeth. Along the way, he meets the lovely Jane, and the two begin a relationship that carries on throughout the trilogy. This is a movie that is not afraid to just throw every single joke at a wall and just hope more sticks than not. Hot Shot Part Deux. While the first movie got too caught up in Top Gun parody and relied on gags that were bordering on stupid, not just silly, the latest Raid uses the Rambo and Missing in Action series to pull the audience along on a movie parody funhouse ride. In Hot Shot Part Deux, topper Harley Charlie Sheen reluctantly returns to action at the behest of Tug Benson, Lloyd Bridges. Dispatched on a Rambo-esque adventure, Topper becomes part of a commando team sent into enemy territory to rescue American POWs who were captured by an evil dictator during Desert Storm. Although funny, the movie misses the mark with its foul language and offensive sexual situations, and its comic book violence becomes excessive at times, particularly for young viewers. Fat Albert. Fat Albert is based on the TV cartoon series created by actor, writer, and educator Bill Cosby. The story opens with Doris Robertson, a lonely high school student who has no friends. Doris feels unappreciated, especially compared to her popular foster sister, Lori. While watching the Fat Albert cartoon on TV, a tear runs down Doris's cheek and lands on the remote. In fact, there's a curious lack of energy and enthusiasm on the part of the cast, as if they lacked the motivation to do much with this material. And as a result, this relatively short movie feels considerably longer. Teen Wolf. In this schizophrenic teen comedy, Michael J. Fox plays Scott Howard, an amiable young man desperate to gain popularity with his peers. His high school basketball team is pathetic, and the girl of his dreams, Pamela Wells, Lori Griffin, repeatedly ignores his overtures of affection. This amiable entry in the rarely popular Wolfman genre wears its horror lightly, preferring the comic possibilities of the high school sporting and dating movie. Popular enough for a sequel and an animated TV series, but the mostly unknown cast and crew stayed that way. Mel Brooks' Robin Hood. Robin Hood, Men in Tights is a 1993 American musical adventure comedy film and a parody of the Robin Hood story. The film was produced and directed by Mel Brooks, co-written by Brooks, Evan Chandler, and J. David Shapiro, based on a story by Chandler and Shapiro, and stars Cary Elwes, Richard Lewis, and Dave Chappelle in his film debut. Mel Brooks' films began declining in quality shortly after he moved his base of operations from the tumult of New York to the luxurious corridors of West Los Angeles. At the end of the film, for a wedding scene, he makes a tired cameo appearance of an Orthodox rabbi who also dabbles in circumcisions. Major League. When it comes to basketball movies, let's remember the ground rules. Players can always divine inspiration from empty stadiums, bigger men are on the opposing team, Major League, citywide, an amiable and amusing hot weather diversion, trusts mightily that the Cleveland Indians and their fans are blessed with a good sense of humor. Ward directs his actors as adroitly as he has written for them, and the vulnerability that he allows his 3 stars to reveal is really what makes the movie work. No one, not even baseball fans, should go to Major League hoping for Bull Durham's sex, raunch, and sophistication. What's the worst that could happen? You could be forced to see this film, is what most people would reply. This is a comedy about a feud between rich asshole Danny DeVito and lovable thief Martin Lawrence, and it's as broad as it comes. This is a film in which everyone falls back on his specialty, and it lulls us so we're not upset by its cruise through a predictable set of cliches. Worse is a dreary walk down comedy's memory lane with a more updated song score, which includes Happy Feelin', Hit the Road Joe, and the Craig Mack retake on Frank Sinatra's High Hopes. I'm Gonna Get You Sucka. I'm Gonna Get You Sucka features many of the stars of the old blaxploitation movies, adding weight and authenticity to Wayne's film. In offering up this affectionate parody of the old movies, Wayne's also turns a satiric eye on black culture in general, but in an inoffensive and light-hearted manner. When Junebug Spade is found dead, having OG'd over gold on funky gold chains, how did he go to the bathroom with all that on? His soldier brother Jack vows to avenge him and hits the mean streets of his old neighborhood looking for the nefarious Mr. Big, whose 2-bit henchmen push gold chains on the street. The way Jack sees it, Mr. Big has got to pay, and with the help of a legendary vigilante, John Slade, Jack is gonna get that sucker. Robocop 1987. Robocop is the story of Alex Murphy, Peter Weller, a policeman in the ruinous dystopia of Detroit. On his first patrol with fellow officer Ann Lewis, Nancy Allen, he engages a sadistic gang led by crime lord Clarence Boddicker, Kurtwood Smith. Murphy is shot to pieces and soon pronounced dead. Meanwhile, the chairman of conglomerate Omni Consumer Products OCP, known as the Old Man, Dan O'Hearley, wants to begin construction on a citywide overhaul to create a utopian Delta City, but the first step is ridding Detroit of its unruly criminal element. Murphy's remains to become the spare parts for Robocop, his memory seemingly erased and replaced with programmed law enforcement directives. Number 1, serve the public trust. Number 2, protect the innocent. And number 3, uphold the law. When Officer Alex J. Murphy Weller is murdered in a futuristic crime-ridden Detroit, scientists and doctors decide to turn him into a Robocop. He seeks revenge when memories of his past life return. Robocop was shot in Dallas, Texas, specifically Deep Ellum in downtown Dallas, Texas. Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay safe, and we'll be back soon with another video.